Thank you, Carrie. And it is a step in the right direction in this Ontario-wide college strike. The union representing teachers and the College Employer Council, they're going to resume bargaining today. Our Tammie Sutherland live right now at Queen's Park, where a rally is still planned for today. Tammie, what can you tell us?
Well, Melanie, that rally that's scheduled here today, that was supposed to be calling for talks to resume between the union, OPSEU, and the College Employer Council. Well, it was late yesterday morning, when that announcement was made that talks would be resuming today. They're still going to have the rally here at Queen's Park, and these talks resume in week 3 of the strike that has forced 500,000 students out of the classroom, while about 12,000 faculty members have been on the picket lines instead. This started back in mid-October. Now, talks, again, will resume later today. When they last spoke, though, both sides were very far apart. OPSEU calling for more academic freedom, while they also wanted a 50-50 split between part-time and full-time workers. But the council saying that that would cost them about $250 million. So once again, we'll see how fast everything progresses here when it comes to the talks. But again, this rally is set to be marching here from Bay and Bloor, and it starts at noon today. Melanie, I'll send it back to you for now.
Yeah, we're talking right now about the college strike for the first time in a while. Both sides going to sit down at the table again today, but the question is, will anything be accomplished? Tammie Sutherland to Queen's Park, where a rally is planned for later on today, no matter what. And Tammie, that's the question this morning. According to the faculty, it was the college employer that walked away from the table a couple of weeks ago, saying they were way too far apart. What's changed, and are we going to see anything accomplished today?
Well, that's what we're going to try to see what comes out of these talks, Kevin. The union saying that they were told that the mediator wouldn't call both sides back to the table unless one side had significantly changed their position. So that could signal that the College Employer Council has changed their position in a way that they think would help in getting a deal reached. Of course, this is week 3 of this strike, and the main issue for OPSEU, couple of things, really. They've been saying that they want more academic freedom, and they say that is really a no-cost item, but they also want it to be a 50-50 split between the part-time and the full-time faculty that works for the colleges here, 24 colleges right across the province. They say with 70% of part-time staff, what happens is with the faculty is that they have to actually renew their contracts every 4 months, every semester, and that can be precarious, very stressful on the staff as well. So they want to be able to have that split a little bit more even. And it was just yesterday, actually, here at Queen's Park as well, that students came out for a rally of their own. They're rallying right now to, of course, get talks back to the table, but they're also rallying to get back in the classroom as soon as possible. The College Employer Union actually said in a statement today that they are hoping that they can get everyone back in the classroom sometime next week. So we'll see how that all goes. Kevin, I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, and this week, parents grumbling because, of course, they are writing the checks for the next semester, and their kids still aren't in class. Tammie Sutherland at Queen's Park, thank you very much for this.
Well, for the first time since the college strike began, bargaining will resume today between Ontario college teachers and the employer. Nearly 500,000 students have been out of the classroom since last month, when 12,000 college faculty walked off the job.
500,000 students wanting to get back to school. We're on the week as well that parents are being told that your next installment for your college fees are due. For many, it was November the 1st, some are the middle of the month, but the colleges are saying you still have to pay them, even though your kid isn't in school. Now, the two sides are going to get back to the table today. Is this a good sign? I don't know.
It's something.
There has been a lot of pressure to get them back to the table. They should have never left the table, but will today bring them any closer? It's anyone's guess. But again, I'm of the same, I'm going to say it again. Once they get into that room, bolt the door shut, lock it. Do not let them out until they come to an agreement. Sitting down, saying nothing, does nothing except
exacerbate a problem.
You know, this is different than a cargo handler strike and things like that. You know, the college employer walked away from the table. They got to sit there. They got to sit there and do it. So we'll hope. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm not holding up much hope. Sadly, so there are a number of demos today as well. Centennial College holding a march starting at Bay and Bloor as well. I believe the faculty are holding a rally as well.
But talk about adding salt to the wound. They're being asked to pay, you know, their next fees for school, and they're sitting at home idle. Welcome back, everybody.
All right, so we're watching very carefully to see what happens when the two sides finally sit down for the first time in a long time in the college situation.
This will be interesting because they've been apart. It's been 3 weeks now, and they said they're so far apart. However, the Employer Council says they're hoping, fingers crossed, they could get back into the classroom, the faculty, by next week if all goes well with these talks today and continuing throughout the week. Keep in mind, though, there are going to be a couple rallies still happening today. So OPSU, they will still have their faculty rallying outside of Queen's Park in the noon hour. And then some Centennial College students will be joining in and around that area same time.
Yeah, and don't forget, parents, pay your next round of tuition.
Fees.
Yeah, you have to, even though your kids aren't in school. Go figure.
Hopefully it'll be fixed.
6 minutes before 9 o'clock. We'll be right back.